April 18th. Any conflict of interest, guys, on the agenda today?
Nope.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Approval of the minutes from April 4th. Any changes or corrections, Mark?
No.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Bryce, second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Posted claims for April 13th. Any questions on that?
None. Motion approved. Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Any committee reports need to update on?
Boat ramp at Initiative Bend, concrete is poured. They're landscaping now and should be operational real soon.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Will they be letting the public know when that's?
Yeah, sure.
that's okay.
You betcha. Yep.
Okay.
And
Where's that located?
you know where the shelter house was on the west side? It's all around that shelter house.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right in that area.
Great.
So, yeah, kayakers will have a good summer with us.
Okay. You have anything, Charlie?
No, I don't.
I don't have anything either, not this time around. Okay, then we'll move on. Secondary roads report, Chris Frederickson. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, gentlemen. Don't have anything too exciting this morning. Just some general things. Right now, we're trying to get roads bladed. The moisture should help. Hopefully, we can cut a little harder and do a little better job now that things aren't so hard and get things caught up here. We've been replacing some culvert pipe under some roads that have failed that we needed to do. So, out trying to get those done and straightened up and move around. The bridge crew, right now, we're not in limbo, but we're waiting on some utility companies to move some lines so we can start our first project. And that will be on Redwood, right west of Prairie Rose. So, should hear more about that soon.
Okay.
So bridge replacement.
Yeah, full replacement, so. Other than that, everything's standard going forward. Right
Are
now.
the dirt roads getting bladed up because guys are getting in there, filled in
Yeah,
trees and
we
stuff?
have, we've had them out on the dirt also. With this rain and some extra traffic, I've heard of some roads that have been tore up and abused here. People got off on GPS and some other things. So try and get those straightened up again and hopefully we can help out a little bit.
And the last time Brandon was here, we asked about rock coming in Denison. Have you heard any more there?
It is supposed to be in, I believe, next week.
Okay.
So, or the
Just
first
around the
of it,
corner.
so, yeah,
Okay.
then we'll start hauling that back too, so.
Okay.
Other than that, that's what I've got for the report part. REC has applied for a permit to work in the right-of-way. They provided their bond and their insurance. They're just replacing an electric line. So, something that's already there.
Not going any private property?
No private property
Okay.
and everything should be good to go.
Follow everything
so-
with permit?
Yes,
So you recommend approval?
I would recommend approval.
Okay. Guys have any questions about that?
No.
Make a motion.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Charlie to approve the REC utility permit. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
All right,
There you go.
great. That's all I got, guys.
That was pretty painless. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it always is. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
I didn't get Todd on there. You need
Yep.
anything?
Todd, you give update?
Well, yeah, there's not, morning guys,
Morning.
there's not really a big update, but I want to give you a heads up. I was talking to Mark before the meeting. Next meeting, I'm going to have a gentleman, Ryan Pike, on Zoom, and he's going to present a program that they have called Make My Move.
Oh, there you go.
And so what this is it came out kind of out of the pandemic time frame. And these are all workers across the country that are remote workers at home that have indicated that they want to move. And so what Ryan's company does is they kind of act like, literally like a matchmaker. Our community will put in all the information about us, you know, what our size, what we offer as far as, you know, access, broadband access, the things that make it great to live in Shelby County. We just, you know, tell our story. And then these individuals have put together what they're looking for. And so the system then kind of matches everybody up. And if somebody is interested in Shelby County, they'll send us a quote-unquote application to talk, and we'll start a conversation about them possibly relocating here. So, want you guys to see it, and I'll also be showing it at Harlan City Council meeting, because I'm gonna need some support, to make it happen. Of course, there's some costs for the program, so. So that's the main thing, just wanted to give you that heads up that we'll be doing that at the next meeting. And if you wanna go check out the website before the meeting, so you get a little bit of background on it, we'll do that.
Sounds like a good program.
Yeah, it's very encouraging.
It is, and it's been a positive success, and I think it will continue to grow, because I think that base of remote workers is just gonna kind of stay out there, for different things, whether it's travel or insurance or other things. One of the examples he gave me was a gentleman down in San Antonio, an individual, him and his wife and 2 children, and he just books travel. And they're looking for, they want to locate to a small Midwestern town, because they don't want their children growing up in the metropolitan area.
So you want to go where some grass is.
They want to go where some grass is. Exactly, and the kids have options to do different things, it's not like some of those large metro schools, your kid's got to commit at 7th grade as to, do you want to be in the band, do you want to play this sport, and then that's all you do. Otherwise, you're not going to get to participate. So yeah, they just want to. So again, we'll go through the program with him, and I think it's a good idea, and we'll see what you guys think after you see the presentation.
Sounds good to me.
Do you want to set a time for him? I mean, like 9:45? I mean, so if we're done it, so people can get out of here, if there's people here and need to go to, rather than do it first in the meeting?
Yep.
That'd be fine.
Yeah. We just put it right at the end of the. Yeah, the last thing on the agenda, whatever it is.
Tell him 9:30 and he can wait for us?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And then just a reminder to the general public that on Saturday out at Nishna Bend from 9 to noon, we're having an Earth Day program out there. So bring the kids out, bring the family out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda, do I have a motion to recess our regular meeting here and open up the public hearing for our 2024 proposed budget?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So I'm gonna, this time, open up the public hearing for our 2024 budget. Mark, do you have anything to add to our budget? I have a few things I'm gonna talk about, but.
Okay, yeah, no, the budget planning went well. Pretty much stuck to our guns, what our intentions were. And
Was more
I think
challenging.
it'll work out, yeah. There's
More
more challenges coming up this year, but you've been doing this a while, I've been doing this a while, Charlie's been doing it a while, Bryce is picking up on it, and we'll just get better at it as we go forward.
Yep, a few things I want to hit on. Our budget average is going up 7.85%. Yes, that's higher than we've been since I've been on the board. But all you have to do is look at your home and what you're doing in your business, and all expenses have gone up. Some of the reasons for the increase, of course, 76% of our budget is wages and benefits. And wages were, around that 5.5% increase. Health insurance went up 14%. Property liability insurance went up 23%. We got involved with Shelby County Ambulance Commission this year, so that was a 100% increase that we haven't been participating in before. Our levy is going up. The levy is going up 5.77, so you can see with just short of an 8% increase, we did lower the levy. We didn't keep the levy the same, or we've been bringing in 8%. On the rural side, our levy has averaged 5.11% the last 2 years. Okay. Also, like I said, it was challenging. We made some cuts. We cut $275,000 out of capital and general fund for secondary roads. We cut $100,000 out of sheriff's department and capital. We cut back our IT proposal, 42,000. And what we contribute to our general service fund, we cut 120,000. So that's a little over $500,000 that we cut out of our original budget proposal. And we always have a goal. It's been that way since Charlie and I got on the board. Before that, we try to keep our general fund reserves in that 15 to 20% range. There are counties out there, I'm not saying I don't want to go there because I believe you're overtaxing, that are well over 30%. We try to tax as we go, and when we have big projects coming up, we try to put so much away so we don't have to bond so much when that time comes. So, and we have followed that through this too. We're presently at 16% in our general reserves, and we hope to be gradually ratcheting up a little bit next year. We hope to get to 18. So, at this time, does anybody would like to comment on our proposed budget? Okay. You guys have anything else you want to add? And I do want to say again, I said it at the last meeting, I really appreciate all the department heads. We had several meetings, more meetings than we ever had this year, trying to get it down and something we could all work with and keep the services that we still provide here in the county. And everybody was very, very cooperative because there are some major things we had to readjust this year and going into next year. And people have been very supportive of that. Not always 100% liking it, but these are challenging times out there. So I do appreciate, and I know the guys do too, what everybody's done here. So we have to work as a team, and I believe we're doing that. So. Anything else? Okay. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'll open up our regular meeting. With that, consideration of the 2024 budget. I think I've said enough. Do I have a motion to approve the budget as presented?
Motion?
Motion by Bryce,
Second?
second by Charlie. Only thing I'm going to say is this seemed like we started this process in December, but it seems like it's been a year.
Yeah.
So it's time coming, but the time was very well spent.
I certified 35 budgets. I have to make sure they were prepared correctly, and there's still 16 outstanding, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Is
just,
a lot of that because of the state screw up?
yeah, they gave everybody an extra month, and there's human nature, procrastination, and they wait till the last minute and turn them in. So,
Okay.
but it sounds crazy, but it's the way it is about every year.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thanks again, everybody, for their help on the budget. We need to set a hearing date for fiscal year 2023 budget, which is the budget we're in now, for amendments. And I'm just going to say that's one of the changes we've made during this budget process. We've told all department heads, if you do not have revenue to follow and pay for your amendment, probably shouldn't be coming to the board unless it's an emergency. We're going to be very strict. We haven't not been as strict about that, and we are going to be enforcing that more. So there's some things you can't help for, but that's what we're going to be talking about here. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I'll look at this. So ARPA spending, we have to increase that by 155,000. That's the source of the funds. It's not taxpayer money. The patrol expenses for the joint agreement with the city of Harlan will be reimbursed by the city of Harlan. That's going to increase $174,000 from zero, of course. Excess revenues, the sheriff experience this fiscal year So we're gonna budget for a $13,000 increase. Impact grant spending for Sheriff's Department. I'm reading this sideways. I just only brought one copy. So, yeah, they've got a grant and they spent the money, $55,000, and so we had to amend for that. Our auditors recommended that we transfer from rural basic for some spending in public safety and Cobra health insurance. Had one employee retire, and so their replacement is on health insurance. They're on health insurance. There's one employee in that department, on one full-time employee, so it doubled the health insurance in that department. And
But the one employee that's retired is paying for that.
yeah,
That's
they're
what this
paying
is
the
about.
county back, so
Right.
that's covered too
Reimbursement.
without tax dollars. There's grant income from public health. We're increasing that by $50,000. They're already over 100,000, and that's what the budget was. And we're gonna increase it by 50 and hope that's enough. Substance abuse, we sold a car. That program was pretty much eliminated. And so they didn't have the use for the car anymore. So we sold the car and had to pay everybody off. And that's a real small budget, and it about doubled their budget because we had to pay the other counties that we share in the substance abuse agreement. We had to pay them off for that, their share of the car. Bond proceeds, 1.7 million, and what that is for the radio projects. The auditors advised that we should not pay that through EMA and pay it through the county funds. And so the county funds, we had to raise it by 1.7 million, and those were bond proceeds. There's some more ARPA money for digitizing the records for the recorder in my office. Debt service fund, it was going to be paid out of the wrong place also, and I'd never been through debt service before, and I just had it in the wrong line. So to move it, we got to amend. And secondary roads, as Brandon explained last week, his income's going up, and so is his spending. That, in a nutshell, believe it or not, that is a nutshell of how the money's being spent. Taxpayer money, it looks like about $7,000. I think I skipped that one. Is the biggest share of taxpayer money, and that's because property insurance, we always have a generous cushion when we budget for property insurance. And it went up how much?
23.
23%? Yeah. And we were still short $7,000 on property insurance. And I hope we did a good job and that's one of the things we had to raise for next year.
Right.
I mean, it just, everything just keeps running downhill, so it's,
As you can see, there's no department budgets on here, so
yeah.
everybody's
So-
did a good job there. Okay? So what were you looking for as far as set a hearing date?
18th of April, no, on the 18th of April, the 16th of May,
16th of May,
9 a.m. It's a regular meeting day.
okay? You guys have any questions?
None?
Motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Then we have to set a hearing date for fiscal year 2024 amendment. I don't think I've ever had to do that before.
No, I've heard of it, and I thought,
We just approved the budget.
it's really gonna be unusual if that would ever happen to us, and it did happen.
Yeah, good explanation though.
Yeah, and what it is, it's $843,838 is what we'll be amending for. And
Say
that'll
that
be
again.
on this $843,838.
Okay,
And what that is, it'll all be reimbursed from the city of Harlan. It's not Shelby County property tax money being used. It's just the sheriff's department taking on those added duties.
yeah, because that happened, we didn't have time to get that budget and everything. By the time we did all the public notices and everything, so,
And that hearing would be the same day, 16th of May.
okay.
and that would allow for the spending. And we've got, Neil had all of his expenses through his department. He nailed them all very, very close. He did when he did.
That's tough.
And when Melissa was going through payroll, she goes, we pay some employee expenses through the self-insurance fund. And those expenses were not
They show
accounted
up.
for, and they account for a little over $4,000. It's not a lot, but they are included in this, and we just have to work out with the city
Okay.
how we're gonna get, when we're gonna get the money or the extra money and how that's gonna happen. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Everybody trusts each other.
So
It'll work out.
Neil will be working that out with the city?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And I informed Jane Smith about this the same day I sent out the email, so.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the hearing date of May 16th for the 2024 budget as well?
Motion?
Second?
Motion by Bryce, second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Next on the agenda is Resolution 2023-25, moratorium on wind energy construction permits in Shelby County. This is just for 180 days. I've already had somebody reach out to me already and ask me why we're doing away with wind energy in the county. We're not. In the same way, we're going to be dealing with the solar one. It's a moratorium for 180 days to give us time to get in place a more up-to-date ordinances, because right now for the windmills, we just have a tower ordinance. And it was our goal last year, at the end of last year, to get this in place. Tony's been working on it, reaching out to other counties that have it through our planning and zoning. But then the pipeline issue come in, and P&Z, the planning and zoning, got working on that and working on that ordinance and stuff. And then Tony has his other hat he wears with assessments and everything, and so that got put on the back burner. As of right now, Tony or I, nobody knows of any project. We're not trying to stop a project, we're not trying to slow down a project. We know of nothing coming in the county, and the little I know about the wind energy part, the reason you don't see them in our county is because we don't have a main line going through our county. That's why they're all around us. Now, I would say in the future with today's technology, that could change. So like I said, we're not here to stop anything, but we want to be prepared.
And Steve, I should say the models that the commission has looked at so far are in counties that do have wind
Right.
projects.
Right.
So,
Right. And even have updated them since they got them in.
right.
You know, 'cause we want to be, you know, where we need to be. You know, we're just trying to be proactive here. We don't want, whether it's a wind farm or a solar farm to come in here, we really don't have our ordinances in place, because we do not. And then here they're grandfathered in. We don't want that. And so Tony feels within the next 6 months, we get that done. And if he does need a little extension, if something else comes up we're not prepared for, we can. But that's the reason for this. We're not trying to not allow them in the county. Okay? Okay. You guys have any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay, so the first one is, like I said, 2023-20, moratorium on wind energy construction permits for 180 days. Do I have a motion to approve that?
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Second one is resolution 2023-26, moratorium on solar energy construction permits. Tony, I do have one question on this. This is for large solar farms, correct?
Right, commercial scale.
So what happens if Steve Kenkel came in today or tomorrow and wants to have us put up a solar panel at his house?
If you want to put up something on your house or your barn or so on, it's no different than it has been, and that's not a problem, typically.
Okay, so, because I know we're gonna get that
Yeah.
coming towards us and ask that question, and I really didn't know how that
This is
works.
intended
So
towards
it's
those-
not stopping that.
These are those commercial projects,
Right.
which I don't know of any in this part of the state, but in the other side, on the eastern side, there are projects under development. They're talking hundreds of acres under
Right.
panels, and this would be more towards those, and the battery systems that would support them.
Okay, okay. Okay, any other questions?
Nope.
Motion to approve the solar energy construction permit for 180 days.
Motion.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.